Hey everybody, so we're going to talk about this comment right here. This is a response from Shane, and we are going to really deep dive into the model that Shane took from Bislin and modified and removed the light bending part of the model. And we're going to show exactly what we're talking about here with this, and to show that this is incorrect. So this may actually need to be in two parts because we're going to go into a lot of detail in here, so please bear with me. But we're going to show both models side by side. I'm going to show you what's missing in Shane's model, why it's missing in Shane's model, and then we're going to talk about the light bending applications. So let's take a look. All right, so first of all, we're going to talk about Walter Bislin's model, and I highly recommend that you actually go to the Walter Bislin's Flat Earth Dome model page here, and then put Shane's personal dome model up, and we're going to look at it side by side. So go ahead, if you want to pause that and go to Walter Bislin's blog and look at all of this information, and then go and take Shane's and look at this information as well. And so we're going to do a comparison. So Walter Bislin has updated his page to specify some things here, and clearly this website section right here that's saying that people are misusing the Flat Earth Dome model, and it's kind of just an add-on to what Shane St. Pierre has done. So pay attention to this as well. This whole thing explains the model, what its intended purpose is, and how it shows how flat Earth is impossible, and because it has what it has to do to allow that to work. So what Shane St. Pierre is, if you'll notice here, that Shane didn't modify the website in any way other than to remove parts that he didn't want people reading that Bislin has wrote. So again, this is very important to look at when you look at these websites side by side. So you'll notice what's really striking is that the font, right, and the formatting of the websites are exactly the same. You can look at the source code info on these websites as well. You know, Shane's missing the left-hand side, so you know all of these links that Walter has on his blog are there. Of course, Shane doesn't want to link any of those because he has over 150 sections talking about how flat Earth is impossible. Shane doesn't have that at all. But again, looking at how this is set up, everything is in the same order, minus the things that Shane has removed. So just to kind of get everybody an understanding that Shane apparently just literally copy and pasted the entire format of the page, the font style, the section style, and then just took out what he wanted to take out and then add in what he wanted to add in, including the source code. So I haven't dug really deep into this just yet, but we're going to do this right now. The one thing that you'll notice that Shane has removed from here is the ray target. So if you change the ray target to the flat Earth, you will see what we're talking about with light bending. So when we move this around, you can see that light has to curve. When I say bending, I mean curve or arc in certain ways. And so you can actually change your latitude position and see how this is going to bend the light. So as you can see here, how all the light rays are having to get from here to over here with the light being able to be bent. Now, if you go into Shane's model, you can see that there is that option is actually missing. Now, what Shane doesn't show you in his videos, and this is in his copied model, again, that he had removed, you will notice that there is light bending in his model. So right here, you can see this object here, and it actually is curving or arcing down to this individual here. So you see this arcing motion here. So when you do move the position, you will notice, like for example here, again, there is an arc from this celestial object, which I believe is the sun, arcing down to there. So again, when Shane says, oh, there's no such thing as light bending in his model, you can see clearly, very clearly, that yes, the model is actually bending light, and sometimes in an extreme case. So in this part of his model, i.e. Walter Bislin's model, you can also see the extreme arcing that light has to travel to get to that point from that point. Again, so you can definitely test this out on your own and do that just by switching the time and the day of the year. So you can also move your latitude positions and your longitude positions. So again, there is arcing of light that is being affected in this model. In comparison, we have when you select the flat Earth ray target on Bislin's model, you'll see all of these rays, including the one that we saw over on Shane's modified version. So definitely there is light bending in both models, whether Shane wants to admit it or not. As you can see in the video, there's definitely light bending happening, and that is pretty much the only way, even in here, is the extreme cases that light has to bend to get over to this part. So it's pretty interesting to see Bislin's version of it with showing how the light has to bend, and then going to Shane's model. So let's try to figure out if we can make Shane's model do the same thing. So 442 and 385. So let's do 4.42 and then 385 here. So this should be the same example. So let's see where else we are. Negative 27.2 latitude, negative 27.2, and then the negative 76.88. Okay, negative 76.88. So let's look at these two. And camera direction is negative 118, negative 118. Oops, excuse me, negative 118. And let's see what else. 1420 and 100%. 1420. And zoom is at 100%. Dome height is both at 9,000. Dome size 100 and 100. All right. So looking at these, having both of these set up, we can see where the sun is on Shane's model. But of course the light rays are gone. But here you can see in this model with the same location, you have the light going around in this case. But you can't see it in Shane's model, but you can see it in Bislin's model. So definitely some interesting situations here. So I didn't show the dome grid here, but when I switch between observer and flat Earth, it removes the dome grid. But just to show you that everything is side by side in the same positions. But as soon as I switch from observer view to flat Earth view, it removes the dome grid. But again, you can see where all of this is working and how light has to bend in both models in order for it to work. All right, so in conclusion, using Shane's model, we have shown that light is still bending for that to work. You can see the sun's path, the light path from the sun to the observer is curving down to the observer. You can play with it yourself, go to the website and look at it. But again, Shane's model is copied from Bislin. He removed the ray target information, so if you want to go to Bislin's site and look at the ray target information, you can. But again, we have shown light arcing on the model that Shane's using. So Shane is factually incorrect that yes, the model he uses actually is still bending light to work. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. If you got any questions, let me know. Take care.